Hi, Michaela Harris here. I want to take just a few minutes today to show you kind of where your website is falling short and what it could be doing for you if it was being utilized correctly. Now, I do believe that websites are one of the #1 ways to bring in customers online if they're utilized in the right way. Now, when I took a look at your website, I did notice that you service multiple areas, so we will be going over that. Now, in each of these cases, I did take a look at all of these service areas. So I'll mention that in just a moment, but as for your homepage, I love the way that it's laid out. It looks very nice. I love how things are kind of changing and moving in and out. I love the different pictures and links that you used. It looks very nice and very well done. However, the first observation I see is there's not 1,500 words of content. Now, when Google crawls a web page, it wants to see 1,500 words of authoritative content with good keywords throughout that content. Now, if you don't know what a keyword is, all it is a word that people are searching on Google. Now, that would be a word like landscape Jacksonville, landscaping Jacksonville, Florida, anything of that nature. Now, those specific words are what we call buyer intent. They have a service and a city. And if there are multiple cities with the same name, you want to make sure you get that state abbreviation in there too. Those are buyer intent keywords. They are people that are definitely searching to either make a purchase or hire a company. The second thing is you want to make sure that the images on your website are also saving as keywords, because Google reads the words behind images just like it does the content on a page. Now, I do see you have a Google business profile. This is important for ranking in the top 3 of maps. And my top 4 recommendations are always to have a very detailed company description. You also want to make sure that you have plenty of good reviews. I see you've got 50 here, which is good. You want to make sure you have plenty of optimized photos and that you are going after citations. Now, citations are just business listing sites like Yelp or Yellow Pages that lists your name, address, and phone number. Now, all of those things are important, but you want to do whatever it takes to beat out your competitor in order to get to the top 3 of maps. So if they're doing 15 citations, you need to go after 20. Same with your photos and reviews. Now, why this is important is if I'm searching landscape Jacksonville, Florida, I'm going to see the top 3 maps and that first page of organic URLs. Now, in this case, 9 out of 10 people never going to make it to the second page. Most won't even click more businesses. You want to be as easy as possible to find in order to generate the most traffic to your website. And in turn, the most clients that are reaching out to you, and depending on how many of those you close, end up turning into revenue. So, this is what's important for scaling your business. What I wanted to note about your website in particular, though, I believe you truly do understand the value of marketing just because of the nature of your website now and the fact that you use Home Advisor and other platforms like that. So I do believe you understand the value, which is why I wanted to point this out. So you have all of these service areas, but you're not ranking in a single one of them. Now, what I mean by ranking is that first page right here. So your website's not ranking for any of the cities that you serve. If I take a look at this is your top competitor in Jacksonville, you can take a look here and see landscape Jacksonville, Florida is one of the most searched words for your services and your service area. There are 900 people searching that every single month. You go down this list, here's the other. This is the one it ties with. 900 people also searching for this specific word. Now, in any case, all of these words that have whatever your service is in your city, add those volumes together, and that's the amount of customers that are searching for your services in your area every single month. Now, these are all the ones that you're missing out on by not being on that first page. Same thing with Orlando. If I go to Orlando, this one, 400, 150, 100, 250, 100, 150. In any of these cases, those buyer intent keywords, that's the amount of people that you're missing out on every single month. Now, if I take a look at your website, and we look at that overview, which is going to show you the information about your site in particular, your trust and power rating are not very high, even though you have nearly 500 backlinks. Now, backlinks are just links from other websites that link back to yours. Why this is important is these are what tell Google that your page is important and what it's about. It helps raise your trustworthiness and the power of your website. And that's what this score is. However, if these are spammy links or not high quality, it will drive this score down rather than up. Now, you are generating quite a bit of traffic, but what I want to show you is that you could be generating a lot more. And most of this traffic is not buyer intent. So, if I take a look at your keywords, and I apologize if this goes over 5 minutes, I want to show you something very important. Now, if I take a look at your keywords, of the ones that you're ranking for, they are not buyer intent. So this right here, that 150, they're not intending on purchasing a service. Green grass, 8,000, but they're not really intending on purchasing it. Landscape maintenance, this is what we call a national keyword. They're not looking for services just in your area. So what you want is those buyer intent keywords. Now, if I were to look at the words that you are ranking for, in any case, you were in at least 20 or lower for all of the cities that you service. So all of those volumes that you could be going after are not being utilized. Now, if you take a look here, Naples, this is one of those lower volume keywords, and it has your company name in there, which means that that's people searching for you specifically. You want to go after those people that don't know about you. Because if people are hearing about you, it's usually by word of mouth or other platforms. You want your website to bring in all those people that you could be missing out on that don't know your company name but want to look for your services. So that would be those words like landscaping Jacksonville, Florida, landscapers Orlando. Those are buyer intent words that you're missing out on. And in all of those service areas, your website is not ranking. So in all of those cases, don't have time to go over all of them, but your website is missing out on a ton of volume that could be helping grow your business exponentially. And judging by the fact that you are all over Florida, I'm assuming that that is your goal, is to grow and to continue bringing in more revenue. So ultimately, I want you to see there is huge growth for your business and that your website could be doing so much more for you. I hope that you found this information valuable. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.